Welcome to the Important Questions Podcast, the only show that's not safe for Italians. My name is Dave, and
what does that mean?
What are we doing to Italians? I like
you
them.
know, I knew that was going to be a hot topic from the moment I said
We've beaten up Italians?
Why would you say that instead of British?
You know what?
You fucking re-record this.
All right, hold on. Stop here.
Nobody's going to correct you when you say the British.
This is all staying in, by the way. Welcome to the Important Questions Podcast, the only show that's not safe for the fucking British.
Italians.
Goddamn right. Wait, what?
My name is Dave, and I am of Polish heritage. And I'm here with the acolytes of knowledge, Scott, Rico, and Smitty. What you guys heritage, boys? What you got there?
Irish?
I'm a mutt.
Scotch, Irish, German.
That's awfully close to British. But I'm specifically mean when I say British, I specifically mean the English British.
Ew.
Yeah, right.
What
So
other
I mean, like
British
the Scottish, the Irish, and the Welsh. Those guys are fine.
Australian British.
Yeah.
And Australian British. Those guys are fine. And Italians.
Virgin British.
Aren't we all a little British?
Fuck no.
Fuck no, dude. Fuck that shit.
Fuck them.
This is the only
Losers.
show that answers life's most important questions. 4 hosts, 4 topics, 4 questions for the evening. An awesome show planned for everybody. Scott, I see you in my upper left corner with something to say.
I got nothing. I was just going to make some stupid off-the-cuff comment that has come and gone.
I'll make
All
some
right.
stupid off-the-cuff comment.
What is it?
Fuck the
My
British.
important question is, why do the British suck so bad?
I have an intro question, but you know we could. Do you want to talk about that?
Nah, not really. What's your intro
All right.
question? It's probably a lot more well thought through.
It's not. It's not at all. All right, fellas. Here's my warm up question, and I want you guys to put on your scientist hats for a minute here. Do you think?
Propeller on it?
Do you think that you could eat so many pickles that your asshole becomes pickled, or do you think that you would die first?
What do you mean pickled, asshole?
I mean, like it essentially, like, could you drink so much vinegar that you get a pickled asshole, like a briny pickled asshole, or do you think you would die from so much ingestion of that before you get to that point?
I think my wiener would pickle first because I'm pissing a lot more than I'm shitting.
Oh yeah, okay.
Also, I'm not pissing out straight vinegar. What the fuck is this?
That's what I'm saying. Do you think you could eat so many
Yeah.
pickles?
I would also die because I'd kill myself because pickles are gross.
I disagree.
Incorrect.
I also
opinion.
disagree.
Yeah, I don't care.
Ooh,
I don't care.
fuck you, Scott.
I don't give a shit.
Funny or
Fuck you,
dumb
Scott.
segment? That's dumb.
Yeah.
There's a specific corner
Scott,
of people
certified
out
dumb
here
for eating pickles and hating them.
that I am the voice for, and fuck them. Fuck all of them. You guys can enjoy them all you want. I don't give a shit. They're just fucking
You know who
gross.
probably also hates pickles? The British.
Hitler.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I don't give a shit. Fuck you guys.
I give a shit. Fuck you.
I give a shit. Fuck me.
It's fucking stupid.
My pickled asshole.
Or dick.
No.
So was this
And
question
dick.
based on the idea that like your gut flora does nothing to the vinegar?
This tweet.
I mean,
this
that's
was
what-
based
again,
on the
put-
idea that that Dave got drunk and tweeted it.
Oh, did you? Was that where this came from?
I think this was a drunk tweet of mine. Yeah.
That's funny.
No. Obviously, your gut flora does something, right? But can you eat so many
Hope so.
pickles that you override that and start to pickle the appendage that wastes the waste product excretes from, whether that's your dick or your ass?
I do have
Or
an
would you
anecdote.
die first?
I have an oddly specific anecdote to this question.
No,
Okay,
Rico,
if I
answer the
may.
question.
Answer the question first, please.
I don't know. Yes.
Okay, now tell your anecdote.
I don't know if you guys did this when, well, Smitty, you know, we're in the same grade, so I don't know if you were a part of this,
In the
but
same grade.
We were
Back
we
in,
are
like,
in the same
fifth
grade.
31.
Yeah.
What grade are we in now? Like
yeah, we were in the same grade.
24th grade now?
24th
Yeah,
grade.
24, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, I think it was like 5th grade. I don't know, middle school. During lunch, we would have like a leaderboard of who ate the most X, and I was the winner of the pickle one at one point. I was the number one pickle man at some
What
point.
grade
I
was
think I
this?
ate like 84 dill pickles.
What the fuck?
Like the
Holy
circle
shit,
ones.
dude.
What?
Yeah,
Did you wash that down with some milk?
probably chocolate milk,
Ugh.
but I don't remember.
His mom
So
had to take him to the
for sure on
doctor the
that.
next day. She's like, "What the fuck is going on with my son?"
Why is he so full of buttermilk?
I can confirm my asshole was not pickled, nor was my dick.
Okay.
But maybe it just
No.
wasn't enough.
You're
To
fucking
answer
gross,
your
dude.
question, to answer your
I wanted
question
to
to me,
win.
Rico,
Killer
Um,
attitude.
I don't remember that, Rico. I don't think that happened.
Because
It
you
did
didn't win
happen.
anything.
I don't remember that. Are you
You
sure we
won
went to the same
diarrhea.
school?
Yeah. No,
You say he won
I
diarrhea.
very vividly
Yeah.
remember that moment of my life.
Rico went to a different school.
I remember it fondly. Yeah, I went to school in Canada. You wouldn't know me.
Are these did you eat dill pickle spears? Did you eat whole dill pickles? What
No,
did
they
you
were
eat?
like the hamburger, like the circle ones.
Oh, that's fucking nothing, dude.
Hey man, I was number one.
Were you though?
84.
Were you though?
I was.
Were you?
84,
According-
84 pickled
yeah.
chips. That's like maybe 4 pickles.
Yeah, but as a child, though.
Yeah, I was in 5th grade or 4th grade, one of the two.
Yeah. I'm less impressed than before.
Well,
I'm still
all
disgusted.
right, you eat 168 of them because we're probably like double the size of what I was then.
All right.
And come and report back about your asshole. And or dick.
I think you'd probably die first. If you ate that many pickles, you will die.
Just the sodium alone.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
No, you're fucking dead. You're totally dead. Scott, since you're the pickle outcast of the group here, why don't you start us out today?
I
Bitch.
feel so gross. Boys, I want you to do me a favor. Open up your cell phones. Open
No.
up an internet tab
No.
and go to walmart.com.
Okay.
That's all you had to
This
say.
is the sponsored portion of the show.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Was that Walmart with
That's
2
good.
L's?
Should I be in incognito?
Probably.
Walmart.com.
Doing that real quick.
Okay, what are we looking for on Walmart.com?
Walmart now openly in the stores, not just online, but openly in the stores, sells sex toys.
Oh, do they?
No way.
Cool.
They do, and Target does as well, but
Dildo.
Walmart is just more cringy.
Hey,
So my important question is:
Real doll.
you guys buying some sex toys from Walmart?
now I am. Look at this shit. This
They're-
rock. Oh, wait,
they're-
hold on. Are
the-
they just female sex toys? Hold
No.
on.
There's male toys because like the average
Pocket
price that I'm seeing is like $25.
See.
That's what I'm looking for as well.
Pocket-
Pocket pussy
pocket
for
pussies.
men. Was
Yeah,
the,
I want you to
autocomplete.
know.
Uh,
I typed in sex toys and it popped up with like the section of like toys for a healthy adult like sex life or something. There's
Mhm.
25 plus pages.
Damn, that rocks.
They have an
Hello
off-brand
Cake
Hitachi one.
Stroker double-sided male sex toys masturbator, 1998. That's a pretty good price for that sort.
Is that a tax write-off if we use the podcast money on something like that?
Maybe.
We can all share it and give our reviews on it.
Thank you, Bo, for buying each of us a male vibrator. Or
These rose
Yeah.
toys, I see them literally everywhere on Twitter. That's like the go-to thing for people that advertise under their stupid ass tweets.
yeah, and they get them from
Dude, that-
Walmart for $29.99.
Apparently.
They straight up, they got like the bad dragon shit too, man. They got like octopus tentacles that you could shove
Do
up
they
your ass.
really?
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen
they got
those
some crazy
on
shit
Twitter, at
here.
least.
No, I don't think they have. I mean, their online options are going to be like way more diverse because they can get them from other retailers. But just in the store, like you're shopping, if you're Rico, you're going to have like, you got a kid and you're like, oh, I got to go pick up some ground beef. We got to
Like
go
6
get like
gallons of milk.
6 gallons of milk, a new box fan. Also, we ran out of
Pickles?
batteries for our sex
Oh.
toys that we wore out, so we're gonna have to buy some more.
Hmm.
Not that I want to like kink shame anybody, but would you guys hardcore judge somebody that bought it at Walmart?
Hell
Hell
no.
no,
No.
dude.
No. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to Walmart
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Straight up, there's nothing wrong with buying a sex toy. Even as a man, nobody gives a shit. Fuck
No,
it.
nothing wrong with that either.
Literally.
But for me, I was like, because I've actually been on the fence about buying one for myself.
Do it, dude. It's awesome.
And the thing that stopped me was like just going into Walmart, like where I go once a week or so for groceries, and like fucking cat food and stuff. Like,
Do you think like
And a bad dragon
you're gonna
dildo.
buy one, and then the next time you come in, they'd be like, "Hey, it's that dildo guy.
Yeah.
Get your ass in here,
Yeah.
dildo guy."
right?
First man to buy a sex toy at Walmart. There you
Yeah.
go.
They like
Just
just
buying some ground chicken, dildo guy. Fuck yeah!
The place that is well known for its self done checkouts is gonna be upset and like notify you when you step in and be like, "Hey, it's a sex toy, dude."
Yeah. They're gonna
You
open
try
up
to,
the
like,
one register, and they're gonna have a group of people as they're like checking me out and everything. They're like, "Boop, here's some ground turkey. Boop, here's a couple eggs. Boop, here's a DVD of like I don't know, fucking Jaws 2. Boop, here's a male sex toy." And the
Every
crowd's
time-
like,
Alarm bells start
"Yeah!"
going off. Paparazzi runs in.
Yeah, they're
Are you
like,
doing
boop, ground beef. Hope you don't fuck it. Couch cushions. Hope you don't fuck it.
Anytime I buy lotion, they're like, "You're not supposed to use it with that toy. That's not compatible."
You're supposed to use
He's
water-based,
a water-based
lube.
lubricant.
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, there you go. No, but for real, Scott, buy a sex toy. It's awesome.
Yeah, you can do self-checkout, Scott, and then ring it up by number instead of by scanning the item. And it'll tell you to weigh, and it'll use that robotic voice.
I'll just
So
do
you're
it as like
scanning it.
I'll do it as a bundle of bananas.
Weigh your dildos.
Or worse, I'll do curbside and I'll order just that and like a jug of mayo or something stupid, and somebody has to go pull that order together and then walk it out to my car.
Guarantee they're not going to think twice. Like you think the 17-year-old underpaid cashier is going to give two shits about what somebody's ordering?
I don't know.
Hell yeah, dude.
They're totally going to scrutinize your order.
I still feel like, and I don't know why, but I still feel weird like going into a store to buy condoms. Like if I can't find them after a while, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to a different store.
You got to have the attendant or the attendant. What the hell? Somebody from the store like unlock the case.
Yeah, they lock that shit
Yeah.
up. It's annoying.
I'll take the small sized ones, please.
Smaller
Yeah.
to your left.
They got to go like in the back and get like the hook or like a stool to get them off like the top shelf or something.
Yeah.
They're all dusty. You got to blow them off.
I will say, Scott, looking at the sex toy display that's on Walmart.com here, a lot of these, and I don't know what brand names are, but they appear to have some sort of brand name attached to them.
You mean like the word cake?
I don't think I would buy a Walmart branded sex toy.
Great value
Signature
fleshlight.
Select.
Yeah, like I don't think exactly. I don't think I'd buy the Great Value fleshlight.
No, I buy Market Pantry though.
I would buy Market Pantry's fleshlight too.
They got penis thickening gel, so that's pretty neat.
Where? Add to cart.
How does
Where?
that work?
Add to
Does it
cart?
just you let it sit on there for a while and it gets like solidifies?
Cement?
Yeah, so
over?
it
just
so
like a
technically
layer.
gets thicker.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just-
it inflames your dick,
Yeah.
and so you have to take ibuprofen and some Benadryl afterwards, or else you get like a really bad scab.
that sounds so painful.
Hey, there's a bird sexy male vibrating stroker adult sex toys with app remote control hands-free adjustable male masturbator.
This sounds like
Cool.
something off of wish.com.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Honestly, good for Walmart. I mean, it's about time you can buy something that you're supposed to fuck at Walmart.
That's a very important distinction.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'd necessarily buy one from Walmart, but you know,
Like if you walk in
cares?
there
You can.
and you ask the person like, can you just check in the back and see if you have another one? Like this one's been out of stock.
I mean,
Can I not have the floor model, please?
Yeah, this one's an open box.
Yeah.
The box is all damaged. You're like, can I at least get 20% off or something?
you remember those, Dave? Do you remember when we would walk around Walmart and we saw those cans of beans where it's just a blue paper label and it just says beans on it?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
like Great Value, but somehow even worse.
It's like
Such
the
value.
lowest possible shelf.
What the hell was that called? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, Walmart masturbator that just says pocket pussy on it in white letters on a blue background. No picture. It's just in the this properly sized box.
It's just a can of beans.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen like, I don't know where I've seen this, but I've seen like DIY, like make your own pocket pussy from like a Pringles can and like some
And
foam.
sponges and a surgical glove that I have a lot of access to. Yeah, they don't work that well.
All right, Scott.
Why would you know that?
Yeah. I put a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser in there and now my dick's gone.
So stupid. Is it gone or is it like invisible?
No, it's erased, man.
Yeah,
Damn,
It's magic.
that's pretty crazy.
goddamn right, dude. I love those things.
Yeah, but I gave Mr. Clean Magic Eraser fucking 5 stars. It did exactly what it said it was going to do.
Nice.
It's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like against buying sex toys or anything or like those that do buy them. But for some reason, just the Walmart label on it just seems like strange to me. Thankfully that they're not the store that does automatically just voice out whatever you're buying. Because there are some stores that do that. When you scan an item, it's like macaroni and cheese, $1.99. It would be kind of strange to be
Yeah,
blurting that out to everybody in your vicinity.
We've all been to Walmarts at some point in our lives. Every single Walmart I've been to, the crowd is just aimless and zombified. No one can give a flying fuck what you're doing in there, like at all. Everyone's just kind of in your way, not realizing they're in your way. I mean, goddamn, dude, like no one gives a shit, and whatever. Get yourself a fucking dildo from fucking Walmart, man. You know?
Would you buy a sex toy from Dollar General?
Hell yeah, dude.
Is it just like one of those like little water weenie things that you used to get all the time?
Little plastic
don't know.
dinosaurs inside.
It's got like sea animals floating in there.
I think I wouldn't. I'd be afraid that it would just like not work, assuming it's a vibrator.
I don't think one of those water weenies from Dollar General would work very well as a sex toy because there's no ribs on the inside.
You just need
Just
some
smooth.
some water-based lubricant, and then you wouldn't be able to fucking hold on to the thing.
Well, yeah, but there's no texture on the inside.
Maybe.
Gotta fuck something with
The hell's
texture,
a
man.
water weenie?
I don't know what they're actually called. That's just
Are you talking about like one of those squishy things that you could like put your finger through and it'll like kind of like inverse it?
yeah, your finger.
Correct.
flip
You
it.
can finger fuck it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, water weenies.
yeah. I wouldn't want to get it from Dollar General because I feel like if I stuck my dick in there, I'd get tetanus.
Yeah, whatever. I'd buy it from Dollar General. Dollar Tree even.
Isn't that the one where everything actually is $1?
Used to be.
Not anymore, Rico.
Not anymore. Okay.
Nope. $1.25
Multiple
now.
Dollar Tree.
Honestly, you're running a risk buying anything from anywhere.
yeah.
True.
So like,
True.
fuck it. Who gives a shit?
Maybe for a bonus episode or something, I'll pull up some Wish sex toys and some Walmart ones and do a review comparison. Not like I won't actually review
I thought
them,
you
but
were
I'll read other people's reviews.
Fuck it. Do it.
I thought you were
Buy
going to
a
say
bunch
for a
of them,
bonus
review 'em.
episode,
Yeah.
you'll fuck a Walmart pocket pussy and describe it.
Yeah,
5 stars. Good nut.
we're gonna have
3
to
stars. Okay nut.
we're gonna have to empty out the Patreon so I can buy one. They're only like $26.
Shit, with that kind of money, we could each buy one.
Yeah, I said that earlier. Be great.
What was the
Are
question? here?
you satisfied?
What
yes,
are we-
yes, but
What is it?
also no.
Is the question,
Perfect.
would we buy a Walmart sex toy? Is that the original question?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah, why not?
If I was in the market for it, yeah, I would consider it if it was a quality
the market
product.
If it was in the market. Gotta check with my investors.
Yeah, gotta talk to my finance guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. We can move on.
It's a dildo is like a car, right? You buy it and you got to wonder what it's going to be worth 5 years later.
It
Immediately
depreciates as soon as
right
you-
off.
Yeah,
Take it off the
as soon as you
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drive your pocket pussy right out of the parking lot. It drops in value by half.
Unless you're like the collector, like it's an action figure, put it in a glass case and just let it sit up on your mantle. You're like, this one, limited run, limited edition. It's only 2 out of 300.
I mean, like a car, I wouldn't buy one without taking it for a test drive.
We're talking to your finance
Right.
guy.
That too.
No, like you can't use something if it's in the fucking box. So you just have to jerk off, sadly, looking at the sex toy that you're supposed to use to jerk
Oh,
off.
This could be so much
Yeah.
more enjoyable, but it's a collector's edition.
Yeah. With the Captain America branded pocket pussy.
Then it's in the
Just
back of
mashing
your
the box against your dick.
Yeah.
No, that destroys the value.
It's in the back of your storage unit for your kids to sell like 10 years after you die. They're like, oh, I guess we'll have to sell this pocket pussy. It's old. They don't make them like this anymore.
You got to wear white gloves every time you use them.
The cotton gloves. Take it over to the Smithsonian.
You delicately pull it out of the box with white gloves, and then you
And then
just
it's
fucking
sleeve.
fuck the shit out of it, and then gently put it back.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied, man.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna take the next question. So, Smitty, I know you're a pretty big fan. Let me exit out of this Walmart dildo tab really quick and actually pull up the question itself. But Smitty, I know you're a pretty decent fan of conspiracies and stuff. So this question comes with you in mind.
Oh boy.
But a lot of like technological advancements these days come with strings attached, and those strings are nut job conspiracists. So you get like the COVID vaccines, right? When those came out, everyone had a million different conspiracies behind that particular like mRNA advancement. Like, oh, they're actually altering your DNA. And some of them are the classic, like, oh, they got a microchip that they're going to inject into you via needle.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
or
people
like
are still coming up with these fucking conspiracies even like 3 years after COVID. So
Right. And then like recently they switched from 4G to 5G towers for your cell service. And there was a million conspiracy theories behind that as well. So my question this week kind of ties back to like some older technological advances, like when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, or when Edison invented the light bulb, or like really like going back to like cavemen inventing the fucking wheel, right?
sure.
What sort of conspiracies do you think people tied to those really old time technological advancements?
I guarantee most of them had to do with like the devil getting inside your soul.
Yeah.
Like there's a legitimate conspiracy that when barcodes, which you know those things on food that you scan and it tells you how much something costs,
Or flashlights.
if you're not familiar, apparently there was a very common conspiracy that the introduction of barcodes had something to do with the devil. It's fucking stupid as hell, but that was a real thing that people believed for some purpose. I don't know. It's always like weird Christians that have like these conspiracies and shit.
I remember that for sure. And I think as well as like when credit cards went from the stripe to the chip, I think there was like that same sort of concern.
Yeah, but like why though? It's just that's technology. Like why is it like I don't understand like the 5G towers and shit. Like the people who are railing against these, they have zero idea how any of this shit works. Now that I do, but if I believe in a Bronze Age religion, why is some technology okay and some isn't?
I think it says in the Bible something about credit cards and switching from stripes to chips.
Yeah.
That specifically cites that in the Bible, and barcodes and 5G cellular towers.
Like the barcode thing, people were like, it's the sign of the devil or something because it had to do with numbers. But like, I don't understand why like somebody would be like, okay, like 4G towers are fine, like no problem there. Jesus
But you
cool with those.
crossed a fucking
5G
line.
towers, that's too many G's. Now that's a problem.
I mean, it would make more sense, right, to go through like maybe 665 Gs. And by the time
Yeah.
we made it to the 666th G, then it's like, okay, yeah, this one might be problematic.
You know, we're
Right,
gonna start
exactly.
back over. We're gonna call this 1H.
Call it 1J for one Jesus.
Yeah.
But like, I don't
I
get
swear
it.
to God, that's like some Trumpy shit that like, you know how there's like all these businesses that are popping up. And I don't know if you've seen this or not, but like I've seen like banks have appeared that call themselves something along the lines of like Freedom Bank or Patriot Bank. And it's the same goddamn banking system, but it's owned by people that align themselves more with like the Trumpies. I could see the same shit happening for cellular service. like the world's first non-woke right-leaning cellular service
so
using
pretty sure that's actually a
5J
thing.
That
towers
is like
for 5
the dumbest
Jesus.
motherfucking shit.
They're just
Like-
walkie-talkies.
There's a cottage industry for like people to prey on the dumbest dipshit conservatives by just being like, it's America's underwear, so you should buy it.
There-
It's not
is a
woke
phone.
underwear.
It's called like the Patriot phone, I think.
Yeah,
Is it
okay.
red?
So
Yeah.
it doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Like-
just a red, white, and blue jitterbug?
Probably.
Oh, man.
It's dude, like this shit. It's so fucking stupid. Like, it boggles my mind that people are like that big of just complete morons about things. Like, people got upset about fluoride in the water, and then they were cool with it, and then people were cool with most vaccines except this one vaccine.
Yeah.
It's like you're telling me that you don't have a problem with like the 7 or 8 other vaccines that you got put into your body.
To be
That was
fair,
against my
MMR causes autism according to them too, so that one was on their shit list.
That shit annoys the fuck out of me too, because like that's based on a fraudulent paper, like one fraudulent paper, and a bunch. Like, wasn't it Jenny McCarthy who like ran with that, and then
Yeah.
now that's a big fucking thing.
But it's been like disproven across so many different platforms.
Oh, it's been disproven like a billion times, but people are fucking idiots.
They're like, the only thing that causes autism here is Jenny McCarthy.
The only thing causing autism is weed.
Does
Yeah,
it
dude.
really?
No,
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean yes.
No.
I can't pick up on your social cues, Smitty. Does it? Yes or no?
Look me in the eyes and tell me.
Yeah.
No, but like that the vaccine thing, the anti-vax shit is just like, it's the most like privileged white people shit. Like you don't see somebody from like sub-Saharan Africa like pulling anti-vax shit, because like people actually fucking die without getting vaccines if you're not in a first world country.
I thought the conspiracies that people were talking about with masks was pretty fucking bullshit too. They're like, oh, it's so you could cover up your face, so there's an increase in child sex trafficking because all the kids have
What?
masks on. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. And then you got dipshits like Alyssa Milano who's wearing like a crocheted mask and then it goes into the hospital for like 3 weeks fighting COVID.
Yeah.
Dumb fuck.
Or like there's still the conspiracy that masks don't actually work, but like I'm pretty sure that's been proven. It's been proven like multiple times over that masks do help.
Yeah, it's
Like
not
it's not like a
cure-all.
one size fits all. Yeah, it's not like a complete fix, but it's a mitigation.
Yeah, and
Not
that's
a
what that's
cure.
what people's like things were. They looked at it as in like, if I wear this, I better not get it at all. And because it's not a like 100% guaranteed. They're like, nope, must be fucking bullshit. Like if somebody said, hey man, I'm gonna give you these oven mitts and I want you to take this hot pan out of the oven, they might not work that well. But you're not gonna go in there barehanded and be like, fuck it, I'll just risk it, man. Like, it's
Right,
just-
exactly.
The stupidity of people just fucking floors me.
Yeah.
Rico just
it's
sent the link.
absolutely stupid.
Rico just sent the link out to you guys' group
Is it
chat
porn?
here of the Freedom Phone, and I think the other one's called Patriot Mobile. I'm looking at the Freedom Phone website right now. The first thing that pops up is Candace Owens' face, so you know it's going to be fucking
Oh,
awesome.
Jesus. That fucking
It
cunt.
comes preloaded. The Freedom Phone comes preloaded with the Parler app, Newsmax, One America News Network, Rumble, and DuckDuckGo.
Why DuckDuckGo?
It's more privacy oriented. It's
Yeah.
actually
When
legit.
When have they
They're-
ever
they're
given
not-
a
they're
shit
not
about
woke,
privacy? Like,
I don't know,
all of
but it
those
is
other
public
apps are
to
used to
post
steal your data. Why are they suddenly stopping at DuckDuckGo?
With features like tracking blockers and an uncensorable app store.
Cancel this, motherfuckers. I know we just got into that the other episode, but oh my god, $500 fucking dollars for this piece of shit.
Uncancelable app store, our own app store. Read what you like, watch what you like, think what you like. Nothing is censored. This is like a
Like,
pedophile phone. That's fucking
Right,
stupid,
Think what,
like,
man.
think what you like,
It's a pedophile burner phone.
unless think what you like, unless it's about the acceptance of gay people.
Yeah, it just
transgender
redirects
people.
you. It
Or black
redirects you to
people.
like the Holy Bible app or something.
Yeah.
The Freedom phones will come pre-installed with both Twitter and Tesla apps out of respect for what Mr. Musk has done for free speech for the world. Thank you,
Fuck
Elon.
right
We look
off,
forward to
dude.
helping
Fuck right
to
off.
build a new decentralized system
That's
for
so
humanity
fucking
together.
stupid.
I liked when
I shouldn't
read that.
all these
So
social
dumb.
media platforms that have come out by right wingers. I both hate them, but also really loved the moments that we've gotten from them. So I think at one point, all of us except for Rico had a Truth Social account just to get on there, and I kept on trying to send out a quote unquote truth, which is in essence a tweet or a post. Scott, correct me if I'm wrong here. Was my phrase I was trying to get across the point that Ivanka has a smelly pussy.
Yeah, you
And
said-
every single
yeah.
time I would try to post that shit, it would say content under review. And this is from the free speech platform.
Yeah,
and I
I
just
know.
wanted to talk about Ivanka's smelly pussy.
Yeah,
You
But
have
it
it on
let
good
you-
authority.
but it
You
let
have to put allegedly in there.
it let you type
Ivanka
like
allegedly has a
opinion.
smelly pussy.
it lets you
Exactly.
type like Trumplex getting railed by a bunch of fucking gay dudes, and it's like, yeah, you can post that. It's all good, man.
Yeah, it's just for some reason Ivanka's pussy was like always flagging all the censors on Truth Social.
God,
You got to say it's my opinion that she has a smelly pussy.
And then there was Mike Lindell, the My Pillow fucking dude, released
that dude's fucked
one.
up. He used to be like a huge coke addict.
Yeah, now he's
Or
just a
still
dumbass.
is. I don't know.
Or maybe he released one that was called Frank Speech, and that was going to be another huge free speech platform that eventually I don't even think it turned into like anything like True Social or Twitter where you could do posts. I think it mostly was just like his video platform to go live on his own website and spew his nonsense.
It's
But
a social
initially
media
initially
platform
he
for
was set
one
up to
guy.
be like a free speech platform. And then there was the rules and regulations that came out for his website. And it's like free speech. Do not take the Lord's name in vain. That's bannable offense. Do not say fuck, shit. They listed like all the words you can't fucking say on his fucking thing.
You can use ass in
Free
certain
speech, baby.
contexts. They
Talking
allow
about a
cunt for
donkey.
some reason. I don't know. Why.
I really wish that I went into safe mode when I clicked on these two links, like more specifically than the Walmart sex toys.
Hmm.
Like this
Yeah.
is just like listening to reviews. Here we go. I love that Patriot Mobile is a devoted Christian company with affordable plans and better benefits. I love the name of this company. Plus, they are strong conservatives and loyal supporters of our constitutional rights. The service I have received has always been patient, compassionate, and professional. That was from Linda.
5 stars.
fucking-
I
Great
don't think
name.
Linda exists.
None of those fucking companies, like if you go to AT&T or something, you'd be like, hey man, I'm gay, can I get a cell phone? They'd be like, sure. Like nobody fucking gives a shit, dude. Or if you
They
say,
would be like, okay.
yeah, or if
'Cause
you said,
introduced you with, hey, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
all
your
right,
your money's still good here too, right?
yeah,
Will you take my transgender money?
right. Or if you walk in there, you're like, hi, I'm a hardcore conservative. Can I have a cell phone? They're like, sure. You want me to get you like the Jesus cases or something? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
it doesn't
they
fucking
literally
matter.
don't give a shit. It's like the all these social media like websites that are geared towards conservatives, like they are never going to be as popular as like the more secular one. I mean, secular, quote unquote, because it's fucking stupid. It's just like a lot of these do not have like a very severe political bend to them.
Yeah.
Because the ones that do, like, especially the ones that are geared toward conservatives are not going to want to use them because they can't argue with liberals on them. And like, no, like liberals are not going to want to use them because they're shitty. And like anybody left of center is not going to want to use them because they're shitty.
I don't
The only
see why we
people
need
who want to
make-
use those are the ones who want to know what Trump is doing from time to time. Like immediately.
I need to see his 16 fucking toilet tweets, dude.
Yeah. You guys want to hear what Mark and Kathy said?
I don't
yes,
think
sir.
they exist, but
Anything.
yeah.
When we are passionate about our beliefs, it's important our actions back up our voiced beliefs. Otherwise, we are telling businesses to do what they want, whenever they want, and we will be forced to deal with it. That's fucking everything. That is literally every goddamn business. It doesn't fucking matter what you want.
No, it's what's good for the business.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
businesses don't fucking care about you.
Businesses literally just want money. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, like, the politics, businesses are whores, dude. Like, they don't give a shit what the fucking politics are. They just care what society says that they can latch onto so they can make more money. That's like the fucking woke M&M's shit. Like, I don't think anybody, well, there's probably some people who genuinely believe that it's, like, a big deal that M&M's are, like, woke or whatever the fuck. But, like, who fucking cares, dude? Like, it's just M&M's being like, oh, this is where society's going. Let's jump on this this specific progressive bend, so maybe we'll get more money from people.
Dude,
That's literally all it is.
I would love if you called their hotline and it routed to a call center in like India or something.
It probably fucking does, dude. Like,
I don't even want to look at the.
What is a
cost of it.
Christian company? What is a Christian mega corporation? Like that's a fucking that does not make sense.
I love how conservatives are able to recognize that individual-owned businesses can be reckless and that they're probably rife for regulation, yet at the same time will argue staunchly against any sort of regulation.
Right. Because they're
like
fucking
these
stupid.
businesses are bad. If only the government had some ability to put oversights on businesses. But
Except
I don't want
the
that.
Businesses that I like. Please regulate the businesses I don't like, and then
The ones that
please
are
let
quote
the businesses
unquote
I
woke,
like
yeah.
do whatever they want.
Let the railroads spill their chemicals, but don't let the M&Ms create a fucking new female M&M.
Right? What the fuck?
That's where my
dude?
priorities are.
Yeah,
so
not to mention that
stupid,
Flint
man.
still doesn't have drinkable water.
Do they
Yeah.
not still?
I've
I
heard
don't
that
know
they
anything
don't,
about that
and it's
anymore.
just one cover up after another. That's a conspiracy.
Ban Dr. Seuss from getting rid of those horrible Asian stereotypes that were in their book. Government,
Yeah.
do something. Government, help me.
Yeah, like
What is this from?
the Dr. Seuss thing. Like, it was literally a book that was like not selling very well because people were not interested in buying it, so they were like not going to publish it anymore.
Yeah.
And then conservatives were like, no, it's woke. What the fuck does woke mean? It's
No
just
one-
some
no one can
nebulous
define
term
it.
of thing
It's-
that I don't like.
Yeah.
That is. It's an
Yes,
umbrella
yeah.
term for like,
Yeah.
I've heard people saying like, obviously like social things, which I think is where it initially came from, is like social things that were more left leaning. They'd say, okay, yeah, that was woke. But I've heard the term
Yeah.
now for like the Silicon Valley Bank. When it went under, there were pundits on fucking Fox News that were blaming SVB's going under on wokeness.
Go woke, go
Fucking
broke.
Christ.
That,
Right.
that bank
How
thing
the
doesn't make
fuck?
any sense. It's
How
a
the
fucking
fuck?
bank, dude. Like, what the fuck is woke about a bank?
It's
No,
because they
it's-
cater to startups and shit like that.
Yeah, but like
Gay startups.
that are-
conservatives
that are
love
based out
startups,
of-
though.
Gay startups.
Yeah, but Silicon Valley's in
Oh.
California.
yeah.
You know,
Like there is no coherence to their ideology.
No.
At least not the really popular ones that are really like like I don't know, like really far out there, which are weirdly the ones that are like get the most traction on like any sort of social media is the really crazy shit. So
If we
therefore
listened-
more people hear about it, so then they start to believe this shit.
if we listened to the conspiracy theorists when they were inventing the light bulb, that none of this would have ever happened, boys.
Yeah, I kind of want to tie this back to actually answer my question.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
All right.
You're gonna shed some light on some gay shit, and we don't want that.
Cavemen invent the wheel. What's the conspiracy behind that?
Uh,
That
Gay
one seems
agenda?
pretty good.
I think the wheel was fine. The
Yeah,
wheel was
wheel's
pure.
a good idea.
Okay,
Yeah.
wheels pure. The telephone.
I think all
It's-
cavemen were on board with that one.
They're making our
Alright, cool.
lives too easy.
Anti-wheel
With a stupid
caveman.
wheel.
Yeah. I
the
like
anti-wheel caveman.
I like suffering more.
yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Today's
Fuck
kids
your
aren't gonna.
fire.
Today's kids aren't gonna know how hard it is to pull things.
Somebody invents agriculture. It's like kids these days won't know what it's like to be a nomad and not know where you're going to be living next.
When
Kids
I
these
was a
days
kid,
won't have to skip 3 days without food and questionable
Somebody-
water.
Somebody finds cultivates mushrooms that don't kill you, or like beans that don't kill you. Kids these days will never know what it's like to play the roulette of is this food going to kill me or keep me alive?
it made us
Yeah,
mentally tougher.
Dave, you said you watched the show 1883, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Have you watched the 1923 or whatever it is?
Yes, sir.
There is a line in there from one of the characters, and it's like when the town that they're living by like starts to become like more modernized. Like there's a guy selling like a washing machine, and the guy selling a refrigerator and cars and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, this is literally just to make it more convenient for us to slip closer to greed. Like we're all just like it was all one big conspiracy about how it's just going to put you right in the hands of the devil because it's going to make things so much easier." And then like the next episode, she's like, "I want a motor car, I want a washing machine, and I want a refrigerator."
There was probably dudes in like the 1800s when like trains were becoming more mainstream. There were probably doctors who were like, "Don't let women ride trains; their uterus will fall out."
Yeah. Or just people in general with like the horse industry. It's like they're doing this to get rid of us.
Yeah, there's like articles written about like if trains take over, we're gonna have to go out and kill all of our horses. That happened in Illinois with weed. There were like cops saying that like if you legalize weed, we're gonna have to kill all of our police dogs. It's like what? Why?
Yeah, there's other drugs. Yeah,
there are other drugs, and also
why
those
can't you
dogs
just
can
fucking
do other things.
Why can't you just fucking let them be dogs?
right.
Yeah, right.
Why is the go-to like, damn, no more pot, fucking kill him?
It's because cops are stupid.
This thing doesn't
Crazy
serve
idea,
my
Dave.
purpose.
Yeah.
Can we maybe adopt these dogs out? Have
No,
them with
dude,
happy
because
health?
if it smells
Yeah,
weed, he's
no.
gonna rip somebody's face off. Kill it.
You mean just bark and maybe like point at the person that smells like weed? Stupid. So dumb.
Anyways, I'm satisfied enough. You guys loosely tied it back to the original intent of the question.
Alexander
means
Graham Bell, like I
a
guarantee
success.
there was somebody who's like, oh, I can hear somebody on the other side of the country. I don't believe that's them. That's
How do
probably
I not
the
know
devil
that's the
speaking to me.
devil? Yeah, the devil's
Yeah.
tempting me.
Either that or like it's a fucking prank. Like that's
Yeah.
just someone in the next fucking room. You guys are pulling my goddamn leg.
Yeah.
What if you called him and somebody wanted to pull that prank on him? Like they do like a call like a couple blocks away, and the other person's like, "Yo, kill your wife."
Burn.
Like, oh
everything
shit.
down.
Yeah. That is the devil talking to me.
Better listen to him.
Must appease my dark lord. Am I right?
Honey, my wife the devil just told me to kill you.
But no, that was through
Still
the first.
satisfied.
That was through the first take on the Patriot phone company. So that was actually God telling you that.
Oh.
Alexander Graham Bell was like loosely I don't even know if this is historically correct, loosely anti-slavery, which makes him like way center left at the time of making the phone. So they're like, we're gonna make a right-wing phone for the pro-slave owners.
It's a
Jesus
can with a
fucking
piece of
Christ.
string in between
Yeah,
it.
it's just a wooden
can.
dildo for
Yeah.
them to suck on.
No more woke phones.
It has
It
Elon
can't-
Musk's apps installed on it.
Yeah. All right. I'm still fucking
still
satisfied.
satisfied?
I'm still satisfied.
Perfect.
That's good.
That brings us to mid-show, and as you found out in the last 3 or 4 episodes, or somewhere thereabouts, we now do mid-show segments, and we got a double feature this week. We have Rico's letters to the editor, which is essentially Rico's letters to me, and then Smitty, you have a podcast review of that podcast that we talked about yesterday. So Rico, let's start with you really quick. Welcome to Rico's letters to the editor.
Dear Dave.
Was it because he made the mic sound the second he started? Dear Dave.
No, it's just so formal. Like he's
Yeah.
addressing him in like a
That's a letter.
like a discussion parlor in like the 1900s.
I hope this finds you well.
Yeah.
Dearest David.
To whom it may concern, Dave. I was listening to episode 4. This is more of a question, I guess, but not really a you suck
What's the
or
right
anything
podcast
like the
for it?
last time. Yeah. In episode 4, Smitty starts to tell his story about his wife getting 18,000 viruses. It was a retelling, and we gave him a bunch of shit for it, I remember. And that part was all cut out. So it kind of just sounds like Smitty tells half of a story and no one laughs.
Yeah.
And then Dave, you just ask you ask your question. So my question is, what's the fucking deal with that?
It didn't make
Rico,
sense in
can I-
context, Rico.
Rico, can I
No
say
one else
one thing?
listening would have any fucking context to that. It's just like, haha,
There's-
you told that story before, and everyone listening to the show would be like, no, he fucking didn't.
Yeah, but you
He didn't fucking
provide
tell
the
that story.
context.
So
You're
instead, Rico, you're absolutely right. It just sounds like Smitty tells a story, and nobody's interested because we just move on to the next fucking question.
But the way
I
it's
thought I
cut,
liked-
you're just like, it's just pure silence. And then you're just deadpan. Like,
yeah,
my question is, hee.
yeah, Dave, you even provide context. You're like, Smitty, that was in pre-roll that didn't make it in. That's the context right there, and I thought that was enough for me to justify leaving it in when I edited it. So when I
Did you
listened
take
back,
that out?
when Dave
Yeah,
took
dude,
it out, I was like,
took that
"What
out.
the fuck,
Aw,
man?"
it made no sense.
It was
I thought
funny
that
as
was
shit.
funny where I
boys.
got really mad because I thought I'd only told that not before.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what?
So go back, listen to episode 4. Smitty's story about how he had 18,000 viruses and then he downloaded malware bytes. Yeah, he got really fucking frustrated afterwards because he told that story before on a time that we weren't recording.
I still
Yeah,
thought it was funny.
yeah,
Were we
yeah,
not?
that fucking funny, is it now, Rico?
Dave,
No,
the
weren't
one
we?
time you do some editing and you fuck it up.
Fuck you guys.
Put it back in.
You know what sucks
I
too,
should
Dave?
go back. Go ahead.
was,
Go ahead.
was when I was listening to that and I had to edit it out because every time Smitty got mad, he's like, "God fucking damn it!" Like you can hear him hit his desk or like throw a pen or
Yeah,
something, and I
yeah.
had to like sit there and clip out every single little one to make it sound like really nice and fluid. And then when I listened back, it was just a middle finger, man.
Damn it.
Damn right.
That's my letter.
Yeah,
Fuck.
dear
That's
Dave,
it?
fuck you.
Yeah, I just want to know what the deal was, and now I know.
All right. Fuck you guys. Smitty, what's your podcast review?
That was a great segment, Rico.
we need
Thank
to
you.
have-
That's gonna be the segment every week. It's just gonna end with "fuck you guys."
Do we want to have space for a theme song for my mid-show bit?
Sure. Welcome to Honest Smitty's podcast reviews.
Honest Smitty's podcast reviews.
Honest Smitty. All right, yeah, there we go. So, I just recently we referred to the podcast previously, the Outlaws Comedy Podcast. I gave that show a listen. I listened to episode 6, season 3. That episode is titled "Woke World Party Time." It's excellent. Woo!
I heard
Little
it.
Wayne's
exclamation
World
points.
Wow.
call there.
Yeah, cool. Very, very topical reference. Anyway, so I wrote 900 words about this, and I'm not going to read all 900 words. I'm going
Your
to give
treatise.
the effectively. So this podcast sucked ass. I will say it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. So I give it a 2 out of 10.
As far as quality or
So-
content,
Both. The production quality kind of sucks. Because they talk over each other a lot and there's a lot of echoey shit. But like I can forgive that.
Because we
The-
have dogs barking
Yeah,
and
there's
we
some
talk over each
echoey
other.
shit.
Yeah. So I'm very forgiving of that based on this
that's
experience.
why they get a 2.
My issue with it is, so they start their podcast with a disclaimer talking about how so basically their disclaimer says that basically the program is for comedic entertainment purposes only, and that the hosts are not responsible for any actions taken by their listeners due to the content of the podcast.
Jesus
And the
Christ.
podcast
fuck
itself
off.
is purely for satirical purposes, and if you get offended, you're probably a Karen.
That's
So that
so
sets some pretty
stupid.
clear expectations for what the podcast should be about. They
Actions
are
of their
such
listeners?
pussies because like they do not really push the envelope whatsoever. Like if that's the expectation you're setting as like a super edgy comedy podcast, one, it should be funny, which it wasn't. But I can kind of forgive that. 2, it should be edgy, which it's not. And that's where I'm very disappointed. Like they completely pussied out. Like if you set up something to be as like, oh, this is super fucking edgy, you better say some fucking heinous shit, dog.
I don't know,
like-
man. You're starting to sound like a Karen to me.
What? That I don't want to hear worse things. I want to be
You're
offended.
offended by how bad it is.
Yes, I was offended by how not
Man.
offensive it was.
Yeah.
Like you set up these expectations, you don't even reach them.
You better talk
Like-
to their manager, Smitty.
So here are like the topics they went through in this episode. So they talk about like the TSA finding like a baby dolphin skull in somebody's luggage. So that has some comedic potential. There was a topic about an old lady waking up in she woke up in a funeral home.
She woke.
So she wasn't she woke. So she wasn't actually dead. There was apparently a bunch of bull semen stolen from a place. And then there were a couple of like political ones talking about how like the Chinese are spying on us with Roombas or balloons. And also the army is going woke, which again, woke, fucking stupid. But like any of the commentary they have about this is just like the most boilerplate milquetoast, vaguely right-wing bullshit. It's like it's lame. It fucking sucks. Like they're not offensive. They're just lame and rude. You know, like using like the slur for transgender people that starts with a T, like that's not really offensive if you've spent any amount of time on social media. That's just kind of rude. You know,
I don't
like,
even know what that's what. Yeah,
Yeah.
what the hell is that?
I
Slur?
don't want the education because I don't. Obviously, like I'm not going to use that term, but
it's the shortening of the word transmission.
That's a slur now.
Yeah, it's a slur technically.
Holy
but-
Christ, I'm fucking behind on the times.
Yeah,
man.
apparently that's a slur, but like their offensive shit is like what would be considered like kind of like haha edgy in like 2016. Like they haven't like
Yeah.
gotten edgier, and it's not funny. It's like this. I don't know, man. It was lame. It sucked, and like they pussied out, and they also seem to like take themselves way too seriously. There's like 4 hosts, right? There's the guy who sounds normal. There is
me.
the guy who sounds like John Ratzenberger from Cheers.
Okay, that's Rico.
The guy who is Southern has a
That on
Southern
its own.
accent, and then the token girl who doesn't say anything.
I like how you
Alright,
didn't
that's
give Smitty or I the Southern guy because you knew to be offensive.
I'm the girl who doesn't say anything. But like
No, I already said that, Scott.
Oh, shit.
the guy with the Southern
That's
accent is like
bullshit.
the most clear. Like he takes himself way too seriously, and he also is like going on like weird conservative rants about shit. Like at one point, he has like I don't know, like a minute-long rant about illegal aliens. Like, all right, man, that's cool. But again, like none of the stuff that they're talking about, it's just like boilerplate conservative shit that you'd hear in the middle of the day on like Fox News.
Was that the
Not
fat
offensive.
dude with the vape?
I don't even fucking know, dude. That album art sucks ass. Like, why does it have a Matrix background? Why are they photos? Why is one of them holding a small chessboard? Why is one of them have like a Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha energy ball in his hand? Why are they all wearing sunglasses? Anyway, 2 out of 10. Not the worst thing I've ever heard, but pretty fucking lame.
If you're going to preface your show with "we cannot take responsibility for the actions of our listeners," that makes me seem to me that it's going to be like, "Hey guys, I'm not saying go and start bombing these particular people over here,
Mhm.
but
Right.
like,
Right.
maybe I am saying to go and bomb these particular people over here."
Right, it's nothing like that. Like, what are they expecting? Because, like, also, they put that disclaimer, so are they expecting people who are listening to get offended? Which, like, nobody's going to listen to something like this with the intent of getting offended.
It's just like clickbaity. It's like,
It is clickbaity. It's lame.
well, I mean, they have a reason to do it. Like when you watch a Jackass movie, they're like, "Hey, don't fucking do this at home." And these people are like, "Yeah, like you're gonna want to listen to this because we don't want you to condone. We don't condone
Yeah.
whatever we're telling you."
Yeah, I
Oh,
think there's a
it's
pretty
stupid.
wide difference between saying "don't do this at home" and then getting wrecked by a bull, and then don't listen to these potentially mildly offensive in the year 2016 words.
Yeah, it's not like they're, like, telling you to go read Mein Kampf. Like, it's literally, they're just making very, like, honestly, like, some of them are, like, I get, like, where they're going with jokes and stuff, but it's just not funny. It's just lame. I don't know. If you're marking yourselves as comedy, be funny. If you're marking yourself as being edgy, be fucking edgy. Say something super edgy, but like it's not edgy if half the population believes the shit you're saying.
You're just a Karen.
Apparently, I'm a Karen
that's what it
because I
sounds
want to
like.
hear worse things.
I know what I'm doing for artwork this week.
Yeah. Like, are you gonna give a book report on the Turner Diaries or something? It just sucks.
Rico,
This
fuck
is
you. I
so
edit the
low
show how
effort.
I like. Smitty, what's your question this week?
Hold on.
I love you, Dave.
No, you don't. You fucking liar.
I don't. Hold on. Let me get my list out.
Rico, what's your Mac question this week?
Yeah, go Rico.
The number one Mac question this week is
Unless you want to pull from the OK section.
I don't have anything higher than meh at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So this happens to us a lot, and I don't really know why. This is going to be a very short question, probably. But when you guys go to somebody's house, do you park in the driveway or on the street, and why? And then I have a follow up potentially. The context around this is that we have a garage or driveway where like it can fit 7 cars, maybe more, and people still park in the street when there's like no cars in the driveway. And it
I'm always
confuses us.
I'm always under the impression that at any given time, if I'm like parking the owners of that place in, they're gonna be like an emergency's gonna happen. They're gonna have to leave, and then there's gonna be a line of like 3 cars. Like, okay, Scott has to back out first for me to back
Right.
out, and then if he backs out, I can back out. Then you can go drive to the hospital for your emergency.
That being said, whenever I get invited to a place I've never been before, like one of my first questions is, "What's the address? Where do you want me to park?" Like,
Yeah.
if I know the people, like it doesn't matter. Like my sister-in-law, Rico's sister-in-law, like we just fucking pull up in their yard. Like if anybody else did that, I'd be like, "Whoa, dude! Like I got grass growing there. What the fuck?" But they're like, "No, just pull it on up. We don't give a shit."
See,
I typically just park with the intent that I want to be able to leave freely. Again, like I don't
Yep.
want to ask people to leave, like pull out of the driveway for me to get out. So if I park street side, or if there's like an open parking spot that no one could park behind me at or something, like I'll take that.
That's smart.
Knowing that like at any point during the night or the day, I could just get up and go.
I dig that.
so more context. My driveway has a section where you can like pull in, and it's not in front of it's off to the side of the house. It's off to the side of the garage, and there's like no cars there, right? So you could park there. Nobody ever does that. And then the event that made me think about this question, somebody came over to pick something up from our house. She was here and gone within like less than 2 minutes, and she still parked on the street. I don't know. It just like is always weird to me because I will park behind somebody knowing that if they ask me to move, I can do that in like less than 20 seconds.
I will say, like, was it like a Facebook Marketplace sale or something?
No. They knew my wife.
Gotcha. I mean, like in that
Hadn't
sense,
been here before.
like if you're gonna buy something from somebody, I'm definitely like a park in the street and just run up and get it real quick because
yeah,
for some
that's
reason,
different,
like
I think.
pulling up in the driveway seems like a more permanent thing. Like if somebody were to go buy something from me and they pull up in my driveway, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you're staying a bit? What the fuck?"
I don't know if I
why.
get that impression. Rico, the side parking spot of your house, is there any possibility someone would park behind you if you park there?
I mean, no, because everybody parks in the street for some reason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but like would someone set a precedent if that happened? Like you can park here?
Maybe.
You
I don't
guys
know.
had
Because then again, I might have to ask someone to leave for me to be able to leave, and I don't want that.
Yeah, you guys kind of revolved a little bit when I had my house back in Illinois, like who would all park in my driveway. And like Dave, you would always pull like all the way up and make more room. And Rico, you would park in there. And Smitty, you were like 50-50. Like sometimes you'd park in the driveway, sometimes you'd park along the street. And it always got to that point where one person was like, "Yeah, I gotta get going," and then everybody else who seemed like they were content on staying a little bit longer is like, "Yeah, I might as well just fucking go too. I gotta move my car."
Yeah. I usually park on the street. I was kind of splitting the difference with your house, Scott, but like generally if I'm going over to a place for like an event at a person's house, I will park on the street. I think for like just kind of a whatever reason that Dave said where you can kind of just leave whenever so you don't have to worry about like bothering people to move their cars. And I don't know, like I don't want to clutter up somebody's driveway. You know, even if I'm like the only
That's what it's
person
there
coming
for.
over, right, but like again, what if they need to get out for whatever reason? I don't want to have to like move my car. But
I still think it's weird.
Yeah.
I get the sentiment behind it, but I still think it's weird because like moving your car takes like 2 seconds.
oh, it is weird.
also,
I literally never thought about it till just this moment.
I also,
Yeah, and like also if everybody parks in the street, then you're gonna eventually like after 2 or 3 cars, depending on the size of your like house, which at my house it would be like 2 cars, I guess. At some point, you're parking in front of somebody else's house, so that's like inconveniencing potentially other people
but it's public
aren't
area.
affected.
I don't know.
I don't feel bad about parking in front of other people's houses.
Yeah.
Street side.
I think it's also it depends too. Like I've got a cousin she's like 18, she's in a wheelchair, so my aunt has to like it's definitely preferable for her to get a parking spot much closer to the the main sidewalk or whatever. But there's still like plenty of able-bodied people who will take that like prime parking spot. I mean, granted, you don't have to like. There's not going to be a handicap sticker or anything, but you would think like, oh, this is our family member. Like, obviously, we've known them the entirety of their lives. Like, wouldn't you want to leave a fucking space for them and make their life a little bit easier? And then you could just park on the fucking street.
No.
I get that.
Fucking sweet, dude. It was mint.
Rico, to your last point, I know it takes like 2 seconds typically to ask someone to move their car. There's been situations before though where it's like it's winter and there's snow on the ground, and like it's not as simple as just asking someone to move their car. It's like put on your shoes, put on your coat, bundle up a little bit to get out there and whatnot. Or sometimes it's like, oh, I left my keys in my coat. I don't know where my coat is. Someone threw it on a bed in some guest room that's like upstairs that no one knew about. I don't want to deal with all those possibilities.
Then you're in your car and you're watching them scrape the ice off their windshield. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Something that should take 2 seconds takes like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Gotta wait for my car to warm up. I gotta ask so-and-so to move so I can move my car out.
Yeah,
that does suck.
Yeah.
If you're having like a holiday party and you know that you're going to leave a little bit earlier, and then you have to be the guy to be like, hey, I don't want to interrupt the conversation you were just having with this person that you haven't seen in a few years. I need you to both move your fucking cars.
Hey, I want to leave, so I'm gonna grind this entire party to a halt.
pretty much.
I thought you meant grind the side of their car as you try and back out past them.
I'm good.
Don't worry, Captain. We'll buff out those scratches later.
Yeah, I'll just leave my insurance information. Yeah, just give me a call, whatever. I'm out.
Just a post that says Smitty.
Or even like last Christmas, I was back in Illinois and I was staying at my in-laws' place, and there was a couple of cars in that driveway too. So we were playing, we were doing like puzzles with the cars in the driveway for that entire week that we were in town. And those guys, I mean, power to them, but I guess it just created more work for me. They were just like, yeah, you could move my car at any time. It's like, oh. It's like, so now I have to pull a car out to pull my car out to pull their car back in and then get them. So that's like 4 vehicle transfers in total just to get my fucking car out when I could have parked street side.
I will say, I think if you know that you're gonna leave within like a shorter amount of time than other people, I think it makes more sense to park in the street. But I will probably go to my grave thinking it's kind of weird that people prefer that. I don't know why.
It also depends on what sort of like place you live in too, because like some streets are too narrow for like both sides of the street to have people park on. So like if somebody's already parking on the other side of the street, like you really can't park where you are.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know. It's like thinking back on it, I think my dad always parks on the street too. And it's not like I don't think I was ever told like, hey, you should park on the street. I think I just like absorbed it through like other people who have done it around me as I was growing up, and just like, yeah, just like, oh, I should just park on the street versus the driveway. I don't know. Something about parking in the driveway seems too intimate to me. I don't know. It's like me, like, oh, I'm gonna force my way into something that you own.
It's very intimate.
As you get invited,
1 minute you're
into
parking in the
house.
driveway, the next minute you're kissing you on the lips.
Exactly. I don't want to rush it. I want to be invited to park in the driveway. I don't want to just make a call.
Yeah, that's why I ask. It takes 2 seconds to ask when you're on your way or something. Like, because at least with me, you give them that courtesy text, like, "Hey, I'm 2 minutes away." Like that way, you're not just like showing up when they're trying to have a quickie or something with their significant other. Like you're giving them a little bit of heads up. They can be like, "Cool, park in the street when you get here." Like that's all I fucking need.
I need driveway consent.
Yeah.
I
agree.
I think maybe this didn't used to be as weird, but my wife has one friend in particular who we've told multiple times, like, you can park in the driveway, and she still parks in the street. And you have to like walk a decent way to get like to my house because my driveway's kind of long.
Especially
and
when you don't shovel
she
it.
still does it, and we're just like,
To
don't know
Smitty's
why.
previous point, Rico, consent takes 2.
But also,
That's true.
Rico, does your
Maybe she
wife
doesn't want to park in your driveway.
And
Maybe
it's
she
sexy.
hates your driveway.
does
she
your wife's
might.
friend
Maybe she
like,
hates you.
she might.
Does your wife's friend like park in the street when she goes home? Like does she live in like an apartment where that's like the whole thing?
Could be like muscle memory sort of thing.
No, don't
Don't
think
sound so sure.
She lived at a house once and then lived in an apartment, and I think both times, in the apartment she parked in the parking like spot as you do. It was like a big complex or whatever. But she lives in a house now, and I assume that she parks in her driveway, but I don't know. Maybe she doesn't. I haven't been to that house, so I can't say for sure. Not
But
that
if
Some
you
houses
did,
do street side parking
Would
still.
you park in the street or in the driveway?
if I lived at a house,
No, if you
No, if you
visited
went
her
over.
house.
I would definitely park in her driveway.
That's very presumptuous, Rico.
Yeah, consent takes two, Rico.
It's kind of assertive.
I would do it. I
That's
would do
driveway assault, buddy.
Very forward.
How bad would you feel if she then like had to like throw on like a pair of slippers or something? She walks outside and then she like kind of waves you over to the street. Then like, fuck.
She comes out and like
I
with her
wouldn't
hands
feel
on her
bad at
hips,
all.
like, what the fuck is in my driveway?
I would not feel
Is that
bad
a
in the
car?
slightest.
You guys ever do like the 3-point turn into someone else's driveway and then like
Yeah.
while the person in the house is watching you out the window?
I
You
turn my
waving?
lights
Sorry,
on.
It's very
sorry.
weird.
Yeah,
sorry.
I turn my if my lights are on, I turn them off when I pull into their driveway because I don't want anybody to like sit there. Because I would do the same thing in my house. I'd see like headlights in like my living room wall. I'm like, who the fuck is at my house?
I turn on my lights and I open up my blinds and then I cup my hands and lean into the window and watch them as they're turning around. It's like, I see you, motherfucker.
Tapping the gun on your side or something.
It's so weird that like we've all been in that situation, yet we all have the worst imagination if it happens to us at our houses. It's like someone's pulling into
I
our
hate
driveway.
doing that.
They're here to either sell me something or kill me.
Yep.
Not turn around because they
Not-
took a wrong
Yeah,
turn.
right.
I get the assumption too. Like I'm gonna walk out into my driveway and there's gonna be like gas or oil that's gonna stain my fucking driveway from that person.
I wanted to dump gas and oil on my driveway. Fuck.
Nobody does this bullshit. He didn't even offer to clean it.
Yeah. It's very much like fishbowl sort of thinking where you do something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, even if it's not socially unacceptable, and you think everybody's like zoned in on you.
Like buying a
Mhm.
fleshlight at Walmart.
Right, exactly.
Pretty much.
No
yeah.
shame, man. No
Yeah.
shame. Rico, you satisfied?
I'm fucking satisfied, man.
I think that was a 3 against 1 question, Rico. I think we're all again street side unless given consent.
I
Except
just
for you.
fucking ask,
That's fine.
man. Just make it easy. Just ask them.
Yeah.
Nah,
Hey, can I park in the
that's another that's dangerous, man. You can't text and drive.
Yeah. You park in the street first, and then
Oh,
if
God,
they give you the
that's-
go ahead.
Don't even
That's
pull
so
over the curb.
inconvenient.
Just throw your car and park in the middle of the fucking street and then be like, cool, we're here.
People are honking. No, I'm getting consent. Getting consent.
You come out with a clipboard, sign here, here. All right, I'm pulling in.
All right,
Appreciate the answers, boys.
Smitty, what you got this week?
My question is, why aren't there more kinds of fruit sauces? Like, for example, we only make so many different types of jam that people will eat, or there's only so many types of juice. Why aren't there more? Why is
I
there not a
object-
banana
Like
jam?
a dragon.
I
fruit.
object to this
Ketchup.
question as a whole.
Really?
Yeah,
You are upset with it on some sort of principled grounds?
yeah, dude. There's all sorts of fucking jams. Where are you looking?
Walmart, dumbass.
Next to the dildos.
Right.
There's all sorts of fucking jams.
Yeah, how many jams are there, Dave? How many fucking
Like
types of
12
jams?
Do you want me to
Jams,
list
Smitty.
every single
Yeah,
goddamn
list
one?
every goddamn type
Name-
of jam there
Pump
are.
that shit up, dude.
Oh,
Pump that
like
you
shit
know
up.
your
jams, name every
jams,
kind.
name them.
Yeah.
Between like
Well, we're
jams,
like 3.5
preserves,
people, 'cause
jellies,
Rico and I share a
fucking
brain.
apple butter and shit like that. You know, you got like my wife just took a
apple
jam. My wife just took a jam making class like a month ago. Came back with like jams made out of limes and tangerines and shit like that. That shit's out there.
I'm
And
not
I'm
saying
not
that
talking
those
just
don't
homemade,
exist.
man. I'm talking
I
like
think
just get out of
some
fucking
hippie shit.
Walmart's jam aisle and maybe you'll expand your
Dildo aisle,
goddamn
actually.
horizons.
You know what I think? I think that when I wrote
Yeah,
this
take a
question
class.
down, I wasn't very specific. And I think I meant, why aren't there more jams that are very common to buy?
Why
Like
do
lime
I
or
only
like
get
fuck- or
grape
fucking
and
juice?
raspberry when I go to the diner?
Grape,
Where the fuck did you
strawberry,
get
raspberry, and then what's the one with orange?
Strawberry.
Marmalade,
Marmalade.
bro.
Marmalade, yeah.
I don't
and then
think I've ever
sometimes
seen a
apple butter if
raspberry.
it's really bougie.
I've seen at least
Bougie.
yeah,
That shit you buy from like fall festivals, dude.
No,
That's
I'm
like
talking about like
farmer's
if you go to a
stuff.
diner, like they do not generally have apple butter on the tables.
Yeah, they do. Out here they
What
do.
the
In
fuck is
Colorado,
apple
they do.
butter?
Yeah.
It's delicious, dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
but what is it?
applesauce. It's like really heavily seasoned
damn it.
applesauce that's a little bit smoother.
Yeah,
You put it
imagine
on
if they
toast
cooked
with peanut
down
butter and it
applesauce
rocks.
to like a fucking paste.
and then make it into
Yeah.
bread.
Sounds good.
Out here in Colorado,
apple
they're
butter, dude.
like their standard like spreads when you go to a diner. Like you're lucky if you find grape jelly. There's always strawberry,
What,
strawberry,
really?
yeah, and apple butter, like the two most common. Mixed fruit, and then I'm always the dipshit that like goes to grab grape, and I always grab blackberry, and I'm like, fuck, like this is not as
That's
good.
good stuff, though, man.
But you want to hear bougie,
That is good
Smitty?
stuff.
I've gone to a couple like little diners and restaurants out here, and they don't even give you like the little like container that's got like 12 things of different jam like stacked up in there. They give you like a little bowl with like a little cocaine spoon, and like, this is strawberry jam. This is all we have. It's like, what?
Mm.
House made, dude.
I
That
want,
is bougie as fuck,
They
though.
I want grape.
Stepping in with their feet.
I want grape.
My wife also found from her jam making class that there's such a thing called curd, which I was not aware of, which is like a mixture of sugar, fruit, and I think eggs.
Yeah, you eat that with whey.
You like kind of cook it down. She brought home like it was called lime curd. It's
Hmm.
fucking good, dude.
Sounds
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like fucking
Also, there's a
cottage
ton of
cheese.
fucking juices out there too, Smitty.
Yeah, but there's not like
Lemon
banana
juice.
juice.
Well, yeah, dude, because bananas don't have juice. If you go to Jamba Juice, they could blend it into a smoothie. They got bananas in fucking
Bro,
every
you
goddamn
could take,
smoothie out
you
there.
could take banana and you like completely pulverize it to the point where it's liquid and make juice out of it.
You might have to
How are you
make
going to
water
separate the
with it.
solids from that? How are you going to
With-
separate the solids?
With a
You gotta
very
make
fine
make it into a
mesh.
jam.
Smitty's gonna
Nah,
have a
I-
hobby by next episode. This is my banana jam.
Guys, I'm into juicing now.
Okay.
Juiced everything. Juiced his chicken breast. Juiced lettuce.
The driest piece of chicken, you juice that one. Not
Yep.
even the thigh.
I got a thimble of juice from it, please. And thank you.
I
Unless you
cooked
left
the
in the
steak
fridge.
well done and then
Yeah.
juiced it.
Oh. People do that all the time with like when they start smashing their spatulas on the meat when it's on the grill. It's like, no,
No,
don't
bro,
do
don't do
that.
that.
Don't
Oh,
do that.
God, I hate that.
As a kid, I thought that
Ground
was
meat
like the
juice.
proper way to cook, because like you always see it in
Ground beef
cartoons
juice.
where
Yeah.
they press it down so it like sizzles. My uncle got after me like as a little kid. He's like, "What are you doing? That's making it dry." I'm like, "I didn't know." I was like 6.
That's
I don't
because
know.
like half the restaurants and stuff in their
Idiot.
promotional footage
Yeah.
like soak their burgers in water and then throw them on the grill so they look like extra juicy.
Yeah,
Fucking
That's
gross.
bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
it is bullshit.
Smitty, was your first, the first thing you said was sauce, right? Like applesauce?
Yeah, I said sauce.
Yeah, that one I do agree with. Like I haven't seen anything outside of applesauce, or like occasionally I think Mott's has like apple with strawberry.
Yeah.
Or
But
like
it's always
cherry.
apple.
Or
Yeah,
pear.
it's apple based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
always
a pear
apple
sauce
based.
sounds not very good.
But like
If you
when
mush
go
up
to-
bananas, it just sounds like Gerber baby food.
I was gonna say like it's probably like applesauce is like the only holdover between infancy and adulthood that we don't change the texture at all.
I fucking
Milk.
love applesauce.
That and milk, yeah.
And milk, yeah.
Of course, you would say milk, Rico.
Very on brand.
Rico never got off the teat.
Just on Walmart's big teat.
What's your baby chowing down on these days, Rico? Bananas,
Milk.
apricots? Oh, milk?
Yeah, but till
Formula.
like, is it what at least 6 months or something when you can start changing them?
Something like that. Every baby's different though.
Is it 6
Some
months?
of them they do it younger if they're like small, and my baby is the opposite of small.
Yeah.
So
What is
he's
that?
okay.
Oh,
Big.
okay.
Fucking gigantic.
He's meh.
He's
Yeah.
meh.
Is he
Yeah.
decent or bad?
He's just all right.
That's a decent baby.
He hangs in there.
He's chilling.
He gets by.
Yeah, because I feel like I've seen a lot of like purees sold as baby food, like again, like apricot puree and shit like that.
Yeah,
What
but
else
does
the
that
fuck
actually
is
taste
that?
like
good?
Man?
Does it actually taste like apricots, or is that one of the things like you'd eat
I
it?
don't
and you're like,
fucking know,
"Ugh."
dude. I don't fucking know.
I think it'd be interesting to see like star fruit or like dragon fruit like in a sauce
Oh,
form.
Yeah.
But those aren't those like riddled with a bunch of like little black seeds? Like how would you get all those out?
dragon fruit is for
You have to
sure.
cultivate some sort of like seedless version of these.
But then
Yeah,
like,
I'm all in for making more
It's not funny,
sauces.
but yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Mango sauce would be pretty dope.
That would be dope.
Mm.
Like mango as a fruit, like because I think it would work better with certain textures of the fruit itself. Because like apples themselves have a pretty good texture. That like it when you sauce an apple, it's not like it's still got some texture to it. It's not like totally smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like a mango would probably have a similar sort of reaction to being smashed with a hammer.
Is that how they juice
That-
it?
I think it's a big machine and a big hammer, but yeah, I'm not
Just
a roboticist.
explodes everywhere. It's like, well, we didn't get much juice out of it because it all went on the walls.
Hmm.
I bet you an onion would sauce pretty well. I don't know if you'd want to eat it, but it's got a similar texture to an apple.
I could see it being like a
Potato sauce.
I mean,
Mashed
they
Oh,
have
yeah,
like
dude, potato
certain
sauce. That's
juices
mashed
and stuff.
potatoes.
God damn it! Try with sweet
Yeah,
potatoes.
mashed
Fuck!
mangoes. That's why we don't have mango sauce. It's called mashed mangoes.
Yeah.
Mashed starfruit.
I really want
Mashed
some
well-done
sweet pea
steak.
sauce. Oh wait. I don't know.
So I think the answer to your question, Smitty, is we do.
And I'm a dumbass. Yeah. There we
Are you
go.
satisfied?
I feel like a fucking dipshit, but sure.
You got Dave all fired up, so that makes me
Yeah.
happy.
I mean, I guess like any sort of like
I'm gonna cut all that out so
fruit
your next
sauce.
letter is the
Fuck
end of
you.
your suck ass.
all the fruit sauces are just in baby food. We've not
Pretty much.
adopted them as adults.
You're just gonna go in there with like a cart full. People like, oh my god, how old's your baby? You're like, baby. I just want an
38.
apricot sauce. I want mango sauce, man.
Don't know where else to get it.
Yeah. How else am I supposed to get my mashed mangies? You know?
Oh fuck. Do you have any instant mashed mangies? Where would I find your instant
It's like
mashed mangies?
dehydrated powdered mangoes that you mix with water.
Kind of makes me upset a little bit.
You don't put enough
Yeah,
water.
it
It's like
does.
a paste that like you can just like mold with your hands, like really dry mashed potatoes.
I've seen a lot of fruit that's sold dehydrated, like banana chips and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you reconstitute those in water just to make like sliced bananas?
I think you would just make them slightly soggy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I've had dehydrated mangoes a few times. They're pretty good.
Yeah,
Dehydrated
shit's pretty
strawberries rock. I wish there was like a strawberry sauce. Because like I love
Strawberry
strawberries.
jelly?
No, it'd be like one step above preserves, so not as much sugar.
Hmm.
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 Yeah.
Are you satisfied?
No, not even slightly. But we can move on.
All right. I
I
think
mean,
that
yes.
brings us to the end of the show, right?
You do.
God, I hope so.
If you like what you hear, leave us a review on your podcast directory of choice or a rating if you guys don't have a podcast directory that does reviews. So either of those is super helpful. If you have a question that you'd like to submit to the show or a comment that you would like to submit to the show about any one of us and our various comments throughout the show, if you're listening from Outlaws Comedy Podcast and you want to fucking rip us a new one, that number is 708-433-9153. Leave us a text. Leave us a voicemail.
They would not do that though, because then they'd be admitting that they're offended.
Ooh. And that's a Karen ass
That's
fucking
Karen
move,
behavior.
isn't it?
Them by giving them the like some of the least critical criticism possible.
You'll never hear from them.
They're not funny. They're not edgy.
They just suck. They're like, oh.
They just kind of suck.
If you want to find us on social media pages, and literally all we do at the moment is just post when we're going to post an episode. So I mean, it's good. It's good to follow.
That's not true. Our Reddit page is
Throw a
taken
Thanos
off.
cock in there.
I'll throw a Thanos cock in there. Yeah, that's true. Our Reddit page now has a picture of a fat man that's cosplaying as a baby.
I hope it's
Baby boy.
cosplaying.
It's
That's so
baby
he can buy
boy.
different
Baby
sauces.
boy.
Classic.
He won't be judged for buying those sauces dressed the way
Yeah.
he's dressed. Look at how he's dressed. He's asking for sauce.
I don't like that at all.
I'm uncomfortable again.
At IbQuestions PDC on Twitter, r/Important Questions Pod on Reddit, and the Important Question Podcast on Instagram. So you can see all that artwork that either myself, Scott, or Smitty is working on. Rico said he might want to do some in the future, though. Is that true, Rico?
What are we talking about? Art?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Fucking hell. fucking do it,
Fucking
man.
Rico just zoning out, just dissociating while we're
Zoning out.
podcasting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that we made it a point in the last episode. I'm going to call back to this. Rico, before I talk about our Patreon, would you mind summarizing this episode for us?
We talked about another podcast. You guys had some bad takes about where to park.
Fuck you.
That's about all I got out of it. I don't know. It was a good one. I had fun.
It was meh. He put it in his meh.
No,
pile.
it was better than meh. This one would go in decent if I had the power to do that. I don't know if we have the technology though.
Patreon.com/the important questions. You can support the show.
The technology to sort podcasts in an application.
Right. By decent or meh.
Wow.
Thank you to our
We
Patreon
should
donors.
get on that.
Did you know $1 a month unlocks all bonus content, which means a bonus episode every single month if you put that dollar into that Patreon. Again, patreon.com/the important questions. Last week of every month will be that bonus episode drop. So last week of April will be dropping on Tuesday. If you are not a donor to the show, then goddamn, it looks like you're not getting an episode that last week of the month. That fucking sucks.
This sucks.
That's fucking garbage, man. And
It's real good, dude.
$1. That's the only thing that's holding you from not having a week off of the show.
Damn.
Thank you to the current donors, the
Thank you.
boners. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts, boys?
I got nothing.
Roll theme.
Yeah.